Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Magi Chapter 195 review. This week's chapter, Magi, alright. Chaotic. Very chaotic. It was like, what's happening? I don't know. I mean, it was epic, don't get me wrong. It was epic as all hell. It's just that it was very, very, very chaotic. It was very hard to follow. I didn't understand what was going on most of the time, to be honest. It was like we see the metal vessel users transform. Then we see the household vessel users transform. Like, they grow big. And it's like, okay, it's like, what's going on here? There's a little bit of dialogue between Sinbad and Yunnan. And then Morgiana goes in there, showing off her new skills and abilities, which is very cool to see. And she does, like, basically... like, we see her do, like, this kick. Like, her chains turns like a big-ass leg. And, like, she kicks the medium's Borg. Didn't really do much at all. It's just that it was still cool to see regardless. So, I can't knock that. It was still cool. It's still very impressive knowing that she's actually developed her skills even further. Okay, fine, fair enough. Mad props. Now, aside from that... well... again, it's hard to follow. Because it's like all of a sudden we have like a lightning bolt comes in there, and then Sinbad, he's talking and speeching, and exposition, and all of a sudden they need someone to crack the board. In comes Mu and the Rem Empire and their metal vessel users, and they're all standing there. And apparently Scheherazade, she's going to give the last of her mag. I mean, granted, she's a clone. And the main function of the clone, apparently, is to expunge all of her Magoi to those around her so she can basically return their Magoi in this dire situation. So the way it seems like it's very obvious that she's gonna die. Yeah, Scheherazade is gonna die. It's game over. It's game over. However... No, she's gonna die. Yeah, no, she is. There's no doubt about it. She's gonna die, probably. And then we're going to see a new Magoi, like, if we follow the same scheme. Because Aladdin and the other one, evil bitch, Miss Evil, they're both Magi from Almatoran. However, Yuna, he knows stuff about Almatoran. Because when he's talking to, he's talking. And basically, he's talking to himself, and he's saying how apparently the whole thing about the about how the household vassal users, how they can turn large. Morgiana, she wants to do that, and we have Yunnan, he's floating, and he's saying how apparently in Almatoran this was called the ultimate measure. So, like, how does he know that? Like, how exactly does Yunnan know things that apparently Scheherazade doesn't? She's 200 years old, but he knows way more than her, apparently. So it's like... what's going on here? I'm not too sure. They haven't clarified on that exactly. I would like to find out a lot more, but it's just that right now it's like... because I really want to know. I really want to know. However... Like we'll see where that goes, to be honest, because Yunnan, he's still a mystery, he's still an enigma, he's just a guy in the wind, so we'll see where that goes. But basically, after that, it was the whole part where we see, like, Mu comes in there and all the metal vessel users, and it's like they all power up from, like, like Scheherazade, she's expunging all of her Magoi, and all of a sudden, everyone gets their Magoi back, and everyone starts doing extreme magic. Like extreme Maho, and it's just so we saw these multiple extreme magics, and we're seeing all the faces of all these metal vessel users, and then we have one of the people from there are these two random guys from Almatoran. They're floating in the sky, and basically what they say here is, and I quote because I said the panel. He says, "Well, they say, damn you, even if we came to this side, to this world, once again you." So, do you remember the whole thing about how Aladdin said how in Almatoran the same thing happened and they were able to beat the medium in that sense? Well, first of all, it clarifies or it strongly hints that these individuals, aside from, Miss Evil Bitch, aside from her, it appears that other members from Al-Thayman have also come from Almatoran. So, I mean, because like, did she have like a certain group of people with her, and like she just brought them over and shit? And like, where were they the entire time? Where are they hiding? I mean, like, because like Aladdin, obviously he was in the sacred palace. That's very obvious. But the other people, I don't know. Were they in Almatoran, and then like once the world was created, once Solomon created this world, did they just hop over like fuck it, like we in? But then again, they can't survive in Almatoran because Almatoran is a world devoid of all life. But maybe they are exempt. I mean, because when you think about it, these guys, when they die, there's always like this like weird, strange jar. So maybe they're not actually flesh and blood. I mean, it's very... I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. Right now, I'm theorizing. I am just making these rash assumptions here. But basically, the strong hint is that these guys, as well as, you know, Miss Evil Bitch. Her name escapes me. Ren Ryokyugyu? Yeah, something like that. Basically, it appears that a lot of them are from Almatoran, if not all of them, from Al-Thaman. Those guys with like the mask on. Because Isnan, I think he was from Al-Thaman. Because, yeah, I think that he was hinted to be from... Yeah, he was. Because he served Lord Solomon, and then he felt really bad betraying him at the end when Aladdin sends him over with the White Rook. But basically, we move forward. And then we see this epic-ass collab. You know how, like, we had Cohen and Alibaba combine their extreme magics? We see, like, all of the metal vessel users use extreme magic. And then there's this massive one, Sinbad. I'm like, yeah! Bro! Sinbad, king of... Dude, I love it, man. I mean, listen, man. Like, I understand the fact that he has other abilities other than the lightning. But it's just that the lightning one, I think, is just the most badass. I mean, King of Lightning, duh. I think it's the most badass one by... Dude! Like, what was it called? Like, it was insane. Yeah! It was Barada and Kerad Saika, Lightning Sword of Extinction. Yeah, that is lovely, man. Oh, that is lovely. Fuck. And then the medium gets blasted. It gets completely wastelanded. And then that's where chapter ends. So the chapter is epic as fuck, and it's actually very simple. I loved it, to be honest. However, I had to read it like 9-10 times because it was so hectic. It was so chaotic. Especially when we see the other household, the other metal vessel users transform. The ones from the countries that are part of the Seven Sea Alliance. From Heliopt, it's, what's this guy's name? Amuran. Then we have Armatura, or, no, Artemura. And it's this girl, Mira. Then it's the Night King of Zazan, Darius. Then like, it's the one guy from the people of the north, the Imak tribe, Chief Rametoto. So like, it's just a bunch of transformations, and the way, like, the ending was epic. Alright, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Because I think I said wrong. Whatever. Right? I'm not Chinese. Alright, moving on. Alright, moving on. The thing about it is that, like, we didn't really see them do anything. Like, they transformed, and then we see them do the extreme magic, but we don't know what their extreme magics do specifically. Furthermore, the household vessel users, they just transform and turn big. And apparently, the way it's hinted, the way Yunnan says that apparently all household vessel users can transform and turn big. Because we actually saw this with Cohen and his boys. They all, like, his household vessel users, they all transform and like they turn big as fuck. So like that's the thing though. Like, we don't know how they can do that specifically, but it is a good indicator as how far Alibaba and Lan have to go, and Morgiana have to go in terms of power and in terms of the story. Because I highly doubt that these are all, actually, yeah, they're not, because we still have people like Hakuryu, but we see a lot of metal vessel users. And Alibaba, at the end of the series, he should be the king of them all. So, you know, one metal vessel user to rule them all. Seriously, like, you know, one ring to rule them all. Fly, you fools, on some Gandalf shit. And he has a long way to go, obviously, because in my opinion, especially in comparison to Sinbad. Because Sinbad, he's just a monster. He's a fucking monster, right? And so the question here is, have they beaten the medium? No. I'll be honest, I don't believe that. It's just too easy. It's too easy. Well, actually, no, I can't say it's easy, but it's just that I feel that there's something more, alright? Ren Ryo Kyugyu, I think she's planning something else. Because is that actually her name? I don't think that's her name. But whatever, you know, the fifth Magi, the evil Magi, her, you know, evil bitch. She's planning something. And, well, obviously, because, like, this was her plan. But she must have a backup. That's what I mean. She probably has a backup plan. Because I highly doubt that the medium is already down. I doubt it. Even though we see, like, half its body, like, blown off. I just doubt it. I really, really do. But overall, the chapter, I did like it. But the negative for sure is it's the structure. The structure / the pacing of the chapter is chaotic as fuck. And, like, it makes One Piece look organized. Serious. So, I mean, I did like it, but I need to bump it down a few pegs. So, I'll probably give it a good rating. I was going to give it, like, an amazing or great, but I'll give it a good. Because, again, like, I had to read it several times over just to understand. Just to get a vague understanding. Oh, no. To get an overview of what happened in the actual chapter itself. And again, like the whole extreme magic part, like, because we didn't see individual extreme magics. We just saw like a culmination of Magor and like one massive lightning shock, lightning ball come down. And I'm not complaining because, you know, King Lightning. It's just that we didn't, because we see all the other metal vessel users do their thing, but there were no unique individual magics occurring at that point in time. So that is a negative, and I'll leave it at that. So once again, my rating is gonna be good. And I'm signing out. Peace. Have a nice day.